your guide to Strathaven Gala Parade. Firstly, thank you for watching this video. It is your guide to participating in the annual Strathaven Gala Parade, which we want to ensure is as much fun and successful as it possibly can be. To do that, it is vital that we know not only who is taking part, but that all of the floats participating in the parade have stewards in place to follow their group around the route. For the safe operation of the parade, there will be support from the parade director and a team of stewards, and if necessary, the police. To support this, we have a parade code of conduct and some instructions for stewards that I am going to run through with you now. The key thing to remember is that this is a family-friendly event. It's meant to be as inclusive as it possibly can be, and we want to make sure that everyone has as much fun as possible, even if the weather is not kind to us. Safety is paramount, and that means we need to make sure that nobody has any weapons, nobody uses abusive or aggressive language, and that everybody who wishes to do so feels that they can participate in the parade fully. On that basis, we will ask you to follow at all times either the direction of the parade director and their team, or the directions of the police, who will also be on hand to assist throughout the morning. The parade director's team will be positioned along the length of the parade, and you should at any time feel free to ask for their assistance. It is important to note that we're not asking any of you to step in and take action if you see something happening that shouldn't be. But if you do see threatening behaviour or hear inappropriate language, whether that be discriminatory or otherwise not acceptable, then what we ask you to do is notify one of the parade director team's stewards or the parade director themselves. They will all be able to communicate up and down the length of the parade and will take the appropriate action with the police as is necessary. This will include any and all individuals involved in the unruly behaviour being removed from the parade. And should something serious happen, we will take action to stop the parade and make sure that there are clear instructions for everyone as we do so. If something happens during the parade, such as somebody taking unwell, or there is an issue with the float or the group that you're with, then yet again, we ask that you or a member of your group notify one of the parade director's team as soon as you possibly can. We can then make sure that we bring things to a standstill and that we get either the individual the help that they require, or indeed that we take the appropriate course of action to remove the float if that is what would be best. We've not had any such situation, and hopefully we won't. But as we all know, vehicles do break down or someone can take unwell, so we are best to be prepared. Our main aim, over and above having fun, is to make sure we get everyone round in one piece. We are always very conscious that we've got tractors and trailers, and we've got lots of young, small children, which are two things that do not often mix very well when they come up against each other. As such, with a safety first approach, we ask that as long as we are moving, nobody is taken on or off a float. If you need to take somebody off a float because they are in distress, they are feeling unwell, or something else has happened, then notify the parade director's team and they will bring the parade to a stop so that that individual can get the appropriate care and attention that they require. Please note that there will be stoppages during the parade, and we will have a short stop for the full parade at Reed Street. This is where there will be an opportunity to have water and juice and snacks, not only for those who are in our bands, but also for your children and young people and your helpers. This is also where, should somebody require to leave the parade, they can do so safely at that time. We do, as ever, need to make sure that we get through the parade in an orderly and timely fashion. We must remember it is the Queen and her court's big day, and we want to make sure that we get them to the bandstand on time for 1 p.m. To do that, the parade will be leaving Sainsbury's car park at 12 noon. And to meet our intention of getting the Queen safely to the bandstand by 1 p.m, we ask that everybody in the parade keeps moving in an orderly fashion. This means avoiding big gaps appearing between the floats, and the parade director's team, supported by you as stewards, will be making sure that happens. The code of conduct has been provided to your float lead, and we would ask you to read through it to make sure you're fully familiar with the rules. Please always be conscious we're going past people's homes, we're going past places of worship, and it's our town, so we want to show it off as best as we can to all those who will be joining us for Gala Day. Some final points for everyone. Sainsbury's will be very busy on the morning of the parade with everybody arriving, but if we do it in the correct order, we can do it safely and with as little disruption as possible. As ever, we ask that the tractors and trailers, your floats, arrive first. They must arrive from 10 a.m. onwards and be parked no later than 10:30 a.m. As such, we don't want any walking participants to arrive until at least 10:40 a.m. It is essential that we make sure we've got the large vehicles in place and safely lined up in the car park before we then get any walking participants arriving to join the floats. This is about making sure that everybody is safe and that nobody gets hurt. I'll remind you all again, large tractor tyres and small children don't mix well. When drivers arrive at 10 a.m. onwards, the parade directors team will be on hand at the car park to get them into position for the parade. Those walking the parade arriving from 10:40 a.m. onwards should be there in sufficient time to be in place for the judging that will start from 11 a.m. The judging will run until 10:40 a.m. So please do make sure you have all of your participants present so that they can be properly judged by our volunteers. We are going to have a large number of people being dropped off at Sainsbury's, which I will remind you all will remain fully operational throughout the morning. On that basis, we need to make sure that the car park is free for Sainsbury's customers to use. To do this, we ask that all walking participants are dropped off behind Sainsbury's at the Station Road footpath entrance. This is a safe route of travel into the Sainsbury's car park and frees up the space that is in the car park for customers to use. Please do not park in the petrol station at all or think about dropping off in the car park. The Station Road entrance is safe and allows you to not only turn your vehicle but also park in the Station Road car park should it be necessary. Remember and think about others who will be in the space and using the shopping facilities. As a steward, when you arrive, please report to the parade director's desk, which will be at the entrance of the car park, and here you will be issued with a high-vis vest. This must be worn at all times during the parade and handed back to a member of the parade director's team who will be standing at the entrance of the park to collect them from you at the end of the parade. We ask that all those who are on foot follow the parade cars down into the park towards the bandstand so that as many people as possible can see the Queen being crowned and be present for the awards that will be given out to the winning parade participants. The floats themselves will continue up Three Staines Road, stopping as directed by the parade director's team, and with no one disembarking until the vehicles have been asked to come to a full stop. There will be no stopping at the park entrance to let people off, and vehicles must not turn back down the parade route, and they should exit the town via the Crags Road. If you're in any doubt, please ask a member of the parade director's team who will give you a clear instruction in how to exit the town. But remember, the parade is long and vehicles coming back towards young children and other vehicles is not a good mix. As ever, we will be asking spectators to not spray the bands or the cars with silly string, although I'm sure there will be plenty of silly string to be sprayed. The cars are being loaned to the parade and we want to make sure that they don't go home damaged. We also want to respect our band members who, like you, are putting a great effort in to make this as successful a day as it possibly can be. Please remember, throughout the parade, listen to and follow the instructions that the parade directors team are giving you. As volunteers, they are there to help you and your group be safe and have as much fun as possible. Without our volunteers, we could not run the parade. Can I thank you for taking time to watch this video? Also, thank you for all of the efforts that you're putting into your floats. And please, if you do have any questions, don't hesitate to contact us on the Strathaven Gala email addresses, and we'll be happy to answer any of the questions that you put to us. We look forward to seeing you all on Gala Day. Thank you.